Are you hungry? Because there is another way of eating your noodles. The chef and owner, Jimmy Everett of Driftwood Restaurant, is here to show us how it is all done. I wish the folks at home could definitely smell this because this is one of a kind. Thank you for being here today. You guys have been open for a little bit more than a year. Yep. You're off Federal Highway, south of Woolbright. Yep. Fantastic. Dinner only at this point. Yep. I don't know, though. After this segment, though, you might be doing lunch and breakfast, too. This smells fantastic.
Try not to spread ourselves too thin. It's a lot of work.
Oh, hey, I completely understand. You're making homemade pasta for us today.
That's right, yeah.
Tell us about this dish.
So this is a hand-cut spaghetti. Honestly, it started off just not having the right cutter tools to be able to use a machine for the spaghetti.
Yeah, so isn't it amazing how those mistakes often lead to goodness?
Yep, sometimes it just happens that way.
We love it, we love it. Okay, so you're heating your pan here.
Yep, we just start with a little bit of shaved garlic and olive oil.
Now, do you hand-cut all of your noodles? So any pasta dish? Okay.
Yep.
Fantastic.
And a little bit of, just a little touch of chili flake. Not enough to give it some spice, but just to, you know, just to pop it up a little bit.
Love it, love it. We were talking behind the scenes.
Use some preserved black truffles.
Oh. There you go. Everything's good now. No, it's okay. It's okay.
So just a little bit of chicken stock. At the restaurant, anytime we have a vegetarian, we'll use either pasta water or we'll use a vegetable stock for that.
That's nice to know. So you accommodate your guests.
Yeah, of course. No, we have plenty of vegetarian and vegan stuff, and even if it's something that's a little bit more specific, we're always happy to do whatever we can.
Love that.
We're a small restaurant, and you know, we definitely always try to do whatever we can for our guests.
That's fantastic.
So there's just a little bit of butter in there with that with the preserved black truffle chicken stock. Once that melts down, I'm going to add the pasta. This was already cooked off in a little boiling salted water.
Okay.
Right. You notice with the hand-cut spaghetti, it's not perfect. It's not, you know, that's what I like about it because you kind of get different textures.
It's kind of rustic, yeah.
Exactly, it's rustic, and also the textures. You get some that are a little chewier than others, and that's definitely one of my favorite things about
Now, I know one thing you guys really emphasize, local, fresh ingredients.
As much as we possibly can,
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and the eggs, actually, we use the Holman's Harvest. They do a great job. They have I forget how many they're up to right now, but I think it's somewhere around 300 chickens. They all run around like crazy. They eat whatever they want, all the vegetable scraps from the farm, all pasture-raised, and they produce
That's
as long as
great.
there's no coyotes.
At least you know where your food's coming from. Somebody told me you started cooking at the age of 15?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
I started at a country club, Atlantis Country Club, right around here.
And so who knew? I mean, all these years later, you have your own menu, you're coming up with all these ideas. Is it natural? Does it come naturally?
Being in the kitchen comes naturally for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are we doing now?
So this is just cooking down a little bit. I'm going to add that pasta. And we're just going to basically just make that sauce. Let the starch from the pasta help thicken that sauce a little bit.
You've done a lot of world traveling, haven't you?
I spent most of my time in most of my career in New York State, and then New York City.
Okay.
And then I traveled around a bit. I spent some time in Hong Kong, California.
Yeah. Do you draw influences from all of those experiences?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I take influence from anywhere I go. I wouldn't say there's a lot of Asian influence in my cooking right now, but there's definitely a lot of influence that you...
All right, plate this up for us. Let's get going.
So right before we plate it, we're just going to put a little bit of, well, when I say a little bit, maybe a little bit more than a little bit.
That's okay.
This is grated pecorino cheese. It's a sharp sheep's milk cheese. It's aged, very similar to Parmesan. Yeah. I prefer this over Parmesan for this pasta. I know a lot of people will disagree. But it's I like the it's a little sharper than Parmesan.
Okay. You guys do a lot of craft cocktails as well at Driftwood, right?
We do, yep. And that's also an aspect that you know, we really try to stay in line with the same concept as our cooking, as our food.
Love it.
We try to work with you know, with Florida distillers, and we definitely use the Florida breweries.
We've got about 10 seconds left.
All right, let me just get that on the plate.
Did you get that? Oh, that looks fantastic. Thank you for coming in, for sharing. Don't forget Driftwood Restaurant. We're going to get the address and the recipe online at WPTV.com. Nice to see you. All right, Katya, over to you.
A look outside right now. Those temperatures